Hare Krishna Mataji's and Hare Krishna Prabhuji's. Please welcome to today's Gita program every day. And let us start with our prayers. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai, Panchatattva ki jai, Vamna Dev ki jai, Narsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Giridhar Govind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna. Let us start with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are going to see the sloka number 39 in the chapter 2. So here it goes. Yeah. Yesha te bihita sanke buddhir yoge tva imam shrunu buddhya yukto yaya parta karma bandham prahasyasi. Yesha te bihita sanke buddhir yoge tva imam shrunu Buddhya yukto yaya parta karma bandham prayasyasi. Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explained it in terms of working without fruitive results. O son of Partha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. So Krishna is telling Arjuna about this. Actually, we saw in the second chapter, from the verse 1 to 10, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna as a disciple, and Krishna started to speak to Arjuna and to give his instruction. His instructions were like with different concepts. He is beautifully taking us in different concepts to the high level of transcendence. And from the verses 11 to 30, Krishna spoke about body and soul. He gave the jnana to Arjuna. And from 31 to 38, Krishna spoke how to do one's duty for the better engagement, for a better enjoyment. He spoke about karma kanda. And now 2.39 we are going to see today, which is very, very important. And he talks about the higher aspect of transcendent to reach the ultimate destination. So this is a very, very important concept which Krishna speaks. And let us see in depth in the sloka. The first line, Esha te bihita sanke. What Krishna says is, till now I have described to you about the Sankhya philosophy. What is that? The analytical study. And now, Buddhir yoge tvimam srunu. Now, hear from me about the Buddhi Yoga. What is that? Working without being attached to the fruits of the result. Now, Buddhya yukto yaya partha. O partha. Krishna is addressing Arjuna like that. O partha. If you engage your intelligence according to the knowledge which I am giving you now, then what will happen? Karma bandham prahasyasi. What will happen is you will be free from the karmic bondage of the works. So that is what Krishna is explaining. Here, what is the goal of life for one, anyone you take? What is the goal of life? The goal of life is to be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. But when can we do this? To get liberated from the cycle of birth and death? Only in the human form of life. When do we get this human form of life? After going through several birds, around 8.4 million species, right? So we are all fortunate to get this human body. And only in this human form of life, we can set our goal, which is to be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. And now, to break the cycle, what should we do? We should be free from the karmic bondage. And how to be free from the karmic bondage is what is being spoken in this particular shloka by Krishna. Now let us just see. What is Sankhya? Sankhya means it is completely explained. That is the meaning of it. Explained in detail. What is Sankhya? Prabhupada explains here that Sankhya is the philosophy which describes the real nature of the soul. This is what Prabhupada says in his purport. And now let us just see from the verse, like previously, from 11 to 30, Krishna was explaining about the Sankhya philosophy to Arjuna. But Arjuna gave a lot of reasons not to fight. And all his reasons, like, what do you think? What is it based on? He had different reasons not to fight. But all his reasons not to fight was based on this sense gratification. But here, Sankhya philosophy describes about the real nature of the soul. That's why, like, Krishna wanted to just like give him that Sankhya philosophy, because Arjuna was thinking, he is putting all his proposals which is based on the sense gratification. So here what happens is Arjuna does not wanted to fight. How is it based on his sense gratification? If he doesn't want to fight because he wanted to see everybody alive, right? So either he conquer them, or here, or either he sees them alive, both are towards his enjoyment. So this is a big block for Arjuna. This block, Krishna wants to break it. That's why he started speaking Sankhya in different aspects of body and soul, from the verse 11 to 30. See, like in verse 2.12 also, Krishna says, Natve vaham jatu nasham, natvam neme janadipa, nachaiva na bhavishyama, sarve vayam ataparam. He's like telling Arjuna, why are you worrying? Everyone is an eternal soul. They existed before, they are existing now, and they are going to exist in the future also. There will be never cease to exist. So we are all eternal souls, Krishna is saying. And again in 2.22, he's saying, Vasamsi jidnani yata vihaya, navani grihnati naroparani, tata sharirani vihaya jidnani, anyani samyati navani dehi. Again he's saying, why are you worrying, Arjuna? The soul leaves one body and it enters into another body. It is like changing the clothes. So the soul is shifting from one body to another body. Why are you worrying? So all these things, like Krishna said. And now Krishna is saying in this sloka, I have explained to you about the Sankhya. Now let me explain to you something different. That is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga refers to two things. One is Bhakti Yoga and Nishkama Yoga. In this section, we are going to see Bhakti Yoga. Buddhi Yoga refers to the devotional service to the Lord Krishna. Whenever our mind, whenever we are dedicated in the devotional service to the Lord Krishna, then that is Bhakti Yoga. Prabhupada also in his purport, he says, what is Buddhi Yoga? Let us just see what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says, one who works for the satisfaction of the Lord only, however difficult such work may be. He doesn't care for himself. However difficult it may be, is working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga. Then what he is doing? He is working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga. So when we work for the pleasure of Krishna, then we are following Buddhi Yoga. So when you work according to the Buddha, when you work according to Buddhi Yoga, then you are free from karmic bondage. And one more thing, in verse 31 to 38, just before this verse, Krishna was saying, fight, fight, you will get heavenly planet. Either you win or die, you just fight. And you're going to go to heavenly planets. The heavenly planets are wide open to welcome you. But this is based on the material platform. That is a fruitive work. What does it mean? You do something to get something. But here, Krishna is like giving a very good Buddhi Yoga concepts. So there is real vast difference between working for fruitive work and Buddhi Yoga. The fruitive work is done for one's own satisfaction, but the Buddhi Yoga is one who works for the pleasure of the Lord. Whereas for fruitive work, it is for one's pleasure and for the family pleasure, or the members who are connected with that soul, their pleasure. So fruitive work is for that. But the Buddhi Yoga, when you work, it is for Krishna's satisfaction, Krishna's pleasure. You satisfy Krishna. You don't expect anything. And when you do fruitive work, that person gets entangled in the karmic bondage. He's again in the cycle of karmic bondage. And here what happens when you follow Buddhi Yoga is, one is free from the karmic bondage. When one is free from the karmic bondage, he is eligible to break the cycle of birth and death. So Krishna is saying that I am going to explain you about this Buddhi Yoga. If you work according to what I am explaining, then you will be free from the karmic bondage. See, we all are practicing Bhakti Yoga already. Every day morning, we are getting up and we are listening to this nectar and we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are already practicing Bhakti Yoga. So here, anyone, whatever work we do, we have to, it has to be accompanied with the chanting. In this Kali Yuga, that is the gift we have got from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have to follow whatever work we are doing, that work has to be accompanied by this chanting. When that is being done, then the work what we do is being converted to Bhakti Yoga. Whatever it be, let it be in the kitchen or in the office or in the driving, whatever it is, we do things and we keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When we keep chanting, everything converts into Bhakti Yoga. So Krishna clearly explains here that only when you follow this Bhakti Yoga, you are free from the karmic bondage. And now Krishna is going to dive deep into the concepts of this Bhakti Yoga in the coming slokas. So request you all to attend this program every day and work for Krishna's pleasure. Thank you, Matajis, and thank you, Prabhujis. I will just stop here with all your blessings. Please attend tomorrow Bhagavatam class also. We are starting Bhagavatam once a week on Saturdays. So Prabhuji will be telling you all the information. Please attend, and that is a wonderful nectar. And tomorrow it is Ramchandra Prabhuji's class. I myself cannot wait for attending his class. I request all of you to please attend the program regularly and take the maximum advantage of this, and please spread the word to your near and dear also. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
At what time the class will be, Mataji?
It's the same time, Mataji, but Bhagavatam class is going to be for an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank Thank you, dear devotees. I'm ending the session now. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.